Jars starting to boil. Cranberries and blueberries in the pot. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to make a cranberry and blueberry juice concentrate. So I'll take you through it. Now in this pot I have roughly 2 bags of cranberries, and I had some leftover blueberries in the freezer. What I'm doing is I'm cooking them to get them a little mushy, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put them through the food processor. So let's let these get all mushy. I'm going to add just maybe like 1/4 of a cup of water down in there, and we'll be back. Okay, my cranberries have cooled down now. My cranberries and blueberries have calmed down now, cooled down now. I just wanted to get them soft. I'm going to put them in my food processor because I want it to be really mushy. Because after all, what I'm making is a juice concentrate. So, just a sec. Okay, y'all, here it is after coming out of the food processor. That's exactly what I wanted. But I want to thin it down because I want to use it like a juice concentrate. So I'm going to use, swish some water down in the food processor, and I'm going to add that to the berries. Okay, here we go. Now, please don't ask me how much water I added because I don't know. I just knew that this is the consistency I wanted. Because what I'm going to do is, you know how you have frozen orange juice or apple juice or whatever the case might be? Jimmy's drinking in the background here just a second. That's one thirsty dog, y'all. Just a minute. Let him finish. Okay. Now, here we go. I don't know how much water I added to this. I started out with about 2 bags of the cranberries, and of course I sorted them. And then I had a few blueberries that were still in the freezer, so I went ahead and added them. But what I'm going for is, you know how you have frozen orange juice, apple juice, whatever. Well, I'm making my own concentrate. So now when I can take this jar of this cranberry stuff, cranberry concentrate here, and I can add it to a pitcher of water and have cranberry juice. Now notice again, y'all, I'm using no sugar, no sweetener of any kind, no pectin. Actually, pectin would kind of be no fruit fresh, nothing. This is just cranberries and water and blueberries. Actually, cranberries have a whole lot of that thickening agent pectin themselves, so I wouldn't say it's a waste, but you know, kind of like apples. But now here we go. What I'm gonna do is I cooked the cranberries until they were a little bit soft, so I could put them into the food processor and get them real pureed. I mean, I wanted pureed. So now I've added some water back to them, and I'm going to bring this up to a nice good bubbly boil. And then I'm going to fill my hot jars. Oops, sorry about that. I'm going to fill my hot jars, put them back in the canner, and can these. So when this gets nice and bubbly, ready to put in the jars, I'll bring you back. Okay, y'all, nice and bubbly. Now remember, no sugar, no sweetener of any kind, no pectin, no fruit fresh, nothing. Just cranberries, blueberries, and water. So now I'm going to fill my jars. Looky here, y'all. As I was using my napkin to wipe off the jar, I felt something right there. There is a break in this jar right there. Now, unfortunately, I don't know where that piece of glass that broke off of there went. So unfortunately, everything in this jar I'm putting in the trash. My health and my husband's health and whoever eats this is not worth that chip of glass. Right there. I can feel it. So this is going in the trash. Now we have a little bit of a thing going on here, because I lost that one jar and I expected it to, the jar contents and everything, to displace the water. I don't have enough water in here. So what I'm going to have to do is, now this hot water is really hot. So I'm just going to use a small little pot, that one right there, I'm going to start this one to boiling. But I'm going to start that little pot to boiling too and pour the water on top. I cannot start my counting until that water is 1 inch above the jars. Once it's 1 inch above the jars, then I can start counting my boiling. So in other words, if it comes to boil before the water is 1 inch above the jars, I can't count that. So let me add some water and get that other water started and all, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, I've added enough hot water to be at least 1 inch above the jars. So now I can put the lid on and I can start letting it come to a boil. And then once it comes to a rapid boil, I will process these for 15 minutes. So here comes the lid, and now waiting for it to come to a rolling boil. Rolling boil. 15 minutes now. 15 minutes, y'all. So gas off. Lid off, and in 5 minutes I can take my jars out. Okay, y'all, so I ended up only getting 3 jars, but and that one jar that broke. Now, y'all, it may seem like, well, that crack was on the outside and everything, but that jar had been compromised. Where and when, oops, there's a pop. Where and when it had been compromised, I didn't know. So, it's just not worth it, y'all. It's just not worth it. So that's why I threw it away. But now what I plan on doing, and if you notice, this one here has a little dent. I don't know what happened with this whole batch. Seemed to have something wrong. What I plan on doing is, first off, since this has that little dent there, it did pop, but I'll check it extra careful tomorrow. What I plan on doing is taking this and maybe by the spoonful to make a glass or whatever, make some cranberry juice as I want to drink it. Of course, after I open the jar, it'll stay in the refrigerator. But it'll be a lot cheaper than what you buy in the store and a lot less chemicals. So I'm looking forward to making some of this cranberry juice and hopefully I'll make a video on it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.